be fucking with the 6. THF I'm rolling with. Got the gang, you know they with me. City like on they
Put that intro to the side for right now. First thing first, I want to say RIP THF TP. A moment of silence for him. Give him a couple seconds. He lost his life in front of his kids. That's tragic. They'll never be able to get over that, man. Never. Okay, now let's move on, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it ain't. This shit happened about a week ago. A good week into my 2-week time off. You know, YouTube sat me down. And THF TP lost his life on Madison alone. That's out west. That's far from where he lost his life. And it left a lot of people wondering, how could he lose his life out west? What happened? Did somebody drop his low? Well, the Outwest blogger, the only Outwest blogger, is here to clear up any rumors that y'all might have. So when it comes to this Out West stuff, I know a little bit. I refuse to do a lot of talking on it because Out West beef isn't in the public eye like Out South. So I'd rather be the one to report on something. I don't want to be the one to break a story. But THF, let's take THF as a whole. This guy y'all got to see right now on your screen before TP right now, those first two pictures was Nico Montana. Why is Nico Montana important to the story? For a fact, for one, he's from Low Block. Low Block, that's Lotus. You can go back from Van Buren, really the expressway, up however far. I don't really know how far it stretched going north, but Lotus, like Van Buren, Madison, Washington, all that stuff on Lotus, that's Low Block. And if you remember Nico Montana, he's the young man who very gently confiscated a Gucci belt off DJ Nate, if y'all remember that in front of MacArthur's, which is actually the same spot where TP lost his life, like a block over. He lost his life from right there. And the reason why Nico Montana was important to this story is because I'm going to put the clip of him shouting out THF in the beginning, but Lotus, Low Block, is notoriously known, throughout West anyway, clicked up with THF. Them two blocks right there, for a fact, has been clicked up for as long as I can remember when we want to go back 4 or 5 years. So I guess that ain't as long as I can remember. It's about a good 4 or 5 years. I think their connection is all street-oriented, but it started in the county with people linking up. It's a lot of people. If you've been to jail, you know, I'm not a jailbird, but I am a felon. So, but if you've been to jail and been on deck for longer than a month or so like that, you'll know Out West people is notorious for riding the D word of Out South rappers. And it's just known. You know, a lot of people would tell you that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's how this relationship started, but in the county, Out South and Out West, that's usually how they make their connections. Now, let's move on to the street stuff. So, THF. I got to be careful saying this, man. I got to be careful saying this stuff because the people that I know for a fact let me know this. There's certain things that I don't want to say because I don't want people information to be jeopardized, but they want me to most definitely get the story out there. But THF and Low Block do body for body. If you know of anything about what Lizzie Osama was rapping about, he's like, we go out west and swap pipes. You know, DMG clicked up with Baby T Blood Gang. That's BTG. That's over there off Trumbull, Chicago Avenue, St. Louis, Chicago Avenue. And they clicked up with DMG, or DMT, excuse me if I'm wrong. Y'all correct me. They clicked up with them, and that's all the way up on Western and 63rd over there on Bass Side area, California, all through that. And they got their own connection. And I'm just pretty much using that as an example of how THF and Low Block is connected. Now, outside of swapping pipes, it was a hit that I can't say no. I don't even want to say the hit, but it was a hit that, you know, allegedly something happened, and, you know, Low Block couldn't do it, and, you know, THF was actually the ones to do it for him. You can see numerous videos with Bezu shouting out Low Block. I'm going to put the clip in the beginning of this with Nico Montana shouting out THF. So everything that they got going on is like blood ties. Like they really like mobbing, like they mobbing gang. Like I just want y'all to, like, listen, you can't look me in my eyes right now. Look at me. Look at me. Phone the Mets. These niggas are locked in. However you want to think about it, let's not crack no jokes with this. I want to tell you right now, they are locked in. It's like to the point where Low Block is THF Out West and THF is Low Block Out South. They really locked in. And it was a dude from who was a real hitter. He passed away now, Batman. And I'm not talking about SG Batman. Batman from Low Block was a real life hitter. He was a real life killer. And he's no longer here with us. He was tied up with THF, but he's from Low Block. And I said all that pretty much to say, because TP lost his life right there on Madison and Long, a block away from Lotus. Now, he was with his kids. I can't believe he lost his life with his kids, but he was most definitely coming from get something to eat. They say he's posting up posters, but if you go back and watch the video, he had bags in his hand. And I believe he was coming from that MacArthur's restaurant right there, possibly walking to his car, or because they got family. Let's not forget, it ain't just county relationships, it's blood ties in with this. Like Chicago is a big city, but it's small when you from the hood. These hoods are smaller than you think. And it's a lot of blood ties and a lot of street ties that go into this. So Teezy was, quote unquote, lacking in the area he called his second home. He got real comfortable and forgot that this is what people do, man. People can't, when they hoods get too hot, it ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm not saying joint hopping or hood hopping, claiming different hoods. But what dudes do is they go from one hood that's unsafe, which is their main block, to a different hood that they clicked up with, and it slowly becomes that kind of thing. And I believe that's what was going on with THF and Low Block, and that's why he let his guard down and he was able to be walking with his kids. Because y'all seen what Duck say. Duck don't even ride with his kids when he know people out there to kill him. FBG Duck just lost his life. Teezy was the reason why it happened, and Teezy from THF. So people were trying to make all these different connections and cross these dots and line up the T's with the U's. But all you got to do is look at it for what it really is. THF ain't the only set from out south that be out west, gang. Didn't Duke Acapella lose his life by the E-way out west? Because PBG and them clicked up with the Greens. That's northwest, but let's not stop at just the Greens. Like, these hoods from different sides of the city clicked up with out west. You come out west to get money and lay low from your ops. And it's becoming so much of a common thing that these rappers forgetting that they ops doing the same thing. You think 051 ain't clicked up with somebody out west? You think any one of they ops ain't clicked up from somebody out west? And you got to be so careful in Chicago, because aligning yourself up with another gang means you inheriting their ops. So it could be to the point where whoever beefing with Low Block TP, and now they getting on his heels just like if he was from Low Block, because it's to that point now. Until things have come out and like this is what it really is, let's not assume that 051 did it, because this, I can't go into too much detail. I could just say what I said, but Low Block and THF is really clicked up to the point where I wouldn't be surprised if one of the Low Block ops slid on TP themselves. Get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think below. Please don't be disrespectful. Leave your condolences for that young man. He just signed a deal. He just signed a deal to the same label that got Durkee from O Block, BG Lil Pat, and the list goes on. I'm gone.